Hey y'all, it's me, Squeaky Moore. How are you? So today I wanted to talk briefly about ideas. I have recently been challenged, or I have recently challenged myself to create 10 ideas a day for the next 30 days. And I'm hoping that it can become a way of life, that I'm just always creating ideas. But the thought is that I can start thinking more outside of my box, outside of my experiences, to potentially create the next big pitchable idea. And so I encourage you, if you want to join, you don't have to, and that's not what this recording is about. But if you want to go on this challenge with me to create 10 ideas a day, feel free to. So, getting down to business. Today I want to talk a little bit more about thinking outside of the box to search for your next big pitchable idea. And while the challenge didn't, this recording isn't about that challenge, it certainly was the thing that inspired what I'm going to talk to you about today. Now, I'm going to give you three things, and I'll tell you a story of why I'm doing this video today. But I'm going to give you three things to look for to help you create your next big pitchable idea. First, I want to talk about production companies, and because most production companies have started off of an idea. They had an idea that was picked up, and then they they started their production company from that, right? And so when I was talking to some people at a production company, their first idea was something that was around them. It wasn't something that they normally thought of. It wasn't within their normal experiences. They saw something that was interesting and they wanted to write about it, right? Or they wanted to create something around it. And so here are my three tips. First, I want you to look around yourself for ideas, right? Look for the world, a world around you that is unique, that is unlike anything else you've ever seen, and it's something that made you go, wow, that's interesting. Oh my God, I never knew this existed. When you find a moment like that, or a thing like that, or a world like that, that might be your next big pitchable idea because it's unusual. The next thing is a character. Have you guys ever run into some people that were so unique, so interesting, or so funny, or so just crazy that you said, oh my God, you should be in a movie, or oh my God, you're so funny, like a camera should be following you all day? Well, if you find those people, that person can be your next big pitchable idea. Or you might stumble upon a unique situation. And if you stumble upon a unique situation and you say, oh my God, that needs to go in a book, then that might be your next big pitchable idea. And again, when I was talking to the person at a production company, their idea was because the people or the family was so unique that they decided to create a reality show based on these people. And so when you start thinking about some of the reality shows that are created, it's because they have unique people with unique personalities, or living in a unique situation that's just not the norm. And guess what? That makes for great TV. But so when you find yourself in that situation, do what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I found myself in a situation and I looked around and I was like, wow, this is interesting. This is a unique situation. This is a unique space, or a unique world. And then I said, well, I saw the person that had created this world, and I asked them, I said, hey, has anyone ever come up to you and said that maybe you should do a TV show? And in fact, some people had. And the reason he hadn't done it is because he felt like there were too many negative shows out there in that particular space, and that with that culture already. And so I asked this one question, and I want to encourage you to ask this question. Should you run up upon a world, a character, or a situation that is so unique that it could be your next pitchable big idea, ask this question. And this is the question that I ask. I ask him, what story has not been told about your culture, about the culture that you're in? So I said, well, what story has not been told? And he thought about it. And as he got to brainstorming or, thinking it through, I said, well, that's our story. That's the story that I would want to tell. And he said, well, why don't you take my card? Wouldn't be opposed to it if we could tell that story. And so, having said that, I just want to encourage you to start thinking outside of the box, to not allow those moments to just pass you by when you see something that is unusual or unique, and it's way outside of the box of what you would normally create. Take a moment, consider it, ask the person if they wouldn't mind partnering with you, and tell them that you have a great idea about the world that they live in, or about the situations they live in, or you would love to sculpt or create a show around their unique personality, and go from there. So this is Squeaky. I hope you enjoyed this tip. Feel free to join my private Facebook group, The Pitch 101, and or go on my website and subscribe to it. I have a book coming out in January. Of course, you should want that. And just, keep in contact, and let me know your thoughts about some of the posts that I'm putting out. My website is thepitch101.com, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And I hope this was something that you could take away and really use, and something that could open up your head, so that, because you never know, that idea that you have could be right around you somewhere.